Set. Green hot. 380. Green hot. Green hot. 380. Green hot. 180 hot. Set. Let's go. Set. What is it? Set. Ready. Set. Delta. 380. Good hot. Set. Set. Ready. 380. Good hot. Go, let's go. Green 80. Good hot. Set. 380. Good hot. Go, hey. Set. Go. Set. Go. Set. 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 Go. 380. Green hot. Green hot. Ready. Go. Set. 380. Green hot. Let's go. Set. Green hot. Set. What is it hot? Green 80. Green hot. What is it hot?
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Look at this tight end on the corner. It's complete. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick 1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, in that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Up the middle they go. Green. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 38. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
An extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
No gain on the play there, second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about the defense for these Chargers. And that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call it. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Green. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Mahomes now on the sneak. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. A fourth down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. Herbert now. on the out route. He finds Johnston. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. The Chargers at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Johnston on the quick slant. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On 1st down, Green. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. And he stopped immediately there. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I think for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Here's Herbert. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Bates' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man right side is Rice. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Green. We gain of 5, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Thomas on the return. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point attempt to come here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And down the numbers. There he goes. He's to the 15. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
A game of 9 yards. And the first down of the Chiefs.
They'll run on first down. It's Green. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. Mahomes now to throw. And the Chargers rush. He's going to get there. Down he goes. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
A game there of 30 big ones.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 25. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Herbert now. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Forced out to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling play.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Green. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The 37 on 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Green looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Xavier Worthy, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for L.A., they move back over 500 now at 4-3. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Go.